Welcome back, Empire. How y'all doing today? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, because I know you did. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm running out of colors to wear as far as shirts are concerned. I have a very limited closet. Not because, well, kinda, I'm broke. Brokey. But I just kind of just wear the same shit all the time. I have like 5 different color shirts, which I've exhausted at this point when it comes to these videos. So if you guys have any recommendations on color shirts that you want me to wear, because as you see, they're usually plain, they're just a fucking color. I get them from Walmart and or Target. Please let me know. So far you've seen me in brown, pink, green, black, now red. So if you want to see me in a certain color, go ahead and let it fly in the comments, and I'll see if the only color I don't like is purple. That's the only color I don't like. But my best friend's favorite color is purple. Yes, it's a guy. Yes, that's kind of gay. It is what it is. So if you say purple, I might wear it, but don't get used to it. But now that that's out of the way, let's move on to these videos that I have prepared for you today. Oh, and I almost forgot. I had somebody comment on one of my videos a little while ago. Nothing bad, nothing hateful, nothing talking trash about me. But, I mean, look it up. I got bad memory. And I quote, "Can you include a bigger variety of tattoo styles in your videos? There are lots of black and white tattoos, but I'd love to hear your commentary on other styles. Color, traditional, neo-traditional, Japanese, sticker, ignorant. There's so much." I love the comment. Thank you. And I didn't realize at the time that it was mostly black and gray tattoos that I was talking about. The reason being, though, is because that's just what I come across. I see mostly bad black and gray, trying to be realism tattoos. So that's what I send myself, that's what I save, and that's what I talk about. I have a few color tattoos here and there, but they're few and far in between. So with that being said, if you guys have tattoos that you've come across, that you see, that you have on your body, that you would like me to talk about, and they are a different style other than black and gray realism, pretty much what you see me talking about all the time, please and feel free to send them to me, either to my Instagram, only my Instagram, because I'm not going to give you guys my phone number. What I look like, a dummy? Which is this one right here. It's the same name as my YouTube channel name. It's just an underscore in between the ink and the empire. So yeah, I want to continue to make these videos, but as this person said, it's kind of repetitive at this point, and I don't want it to be that way. There's no point of making 20 different videos on the same thing, you know what I mean? So again, please feel free, send me any and all tattoos that you would like me to talk about. I will be more than happy to do so. But with that being said, after I got that comment, I specifically went searching for tattoos that are not the usual that we talk about on this channel. So to start it off, here is one of them. Okay, super short video, not much substance to it, which is kind of sad because I want to have something more to talk about. Now, by chance, I did talk about a American traditional tattoo on my last video, and I did state there, and I will state here, I'm not the biggest fan of American traditional style tattoos in general. Some can look really badass. Most, to me, don't look good. I just don't like the design of them. For the most part, I feel like they're just too plain. It's kind of like the same thing over and over and over again. It's heads, like severed heads, daggers, skulls. It's just the same shit over and over and over again, so it doesn't tickle my fancy, we shall say. With that being said, I kind of do know the rules of American traditional. Thick, bold, single pass, supposed to be, lines, and a limited color palette. Black, red, green, blue, yellow. That's like to the core American traditional. Now, of course, as time expands and, you know, equipment and everything gets better, it still kind of has that premise, but when it comes to the colors and stuff like that, it expands quite a bit further, which I'm not opposed to. Just a little knowledge for you guys, right? Now, pertaining to this tattoo specifically, it is severed head, check. A dagger, check. Limited colors, check. Kinda. Thick lines, half a check. So breaking it down just a little bit, the lines you can see, especially in this specific line right here, they're not bold enough. They're not dark enough. They might be single pass because it doesn't look like a double. I mean, there's a couple double lines here and there, but for the majority of it, it doesn't look like double lines. So they are probably single pass. But if you need a second pass, just go ahead and take it. Just make sure you do it exactly
exactly.
On top of that initial line so you don't get the double lines. Moving on to the color segment of this. I'm not 100% sure if this gray tone that is throughout the entire thing is a drop system gray, meaning like black and gray, where we put black ink and water to dilute it so it makes the black and gray shades, or if this is supposed to be gray color. Can't really tell, but as far as American traditional goes, that is not the right way to do it. The red is fairly solid. It's not too bad, but the yellow down here, which would be the underbelly of the snake, it looks as if he got carried away and did the wrong color at first, probably did this gray color at first, and then realized per design, it was supposed to be yellow. So he tried to go over it in yellow and pack it in, but yellow is not the best color to do any kind of cover ups unless it is also yellow, and even then 50-50 chance. So that right there, it just looks like it was a big mishap on his part. White also, I didn't say in the beginning, but white is not a staple for American traditional. Usually it never has it in it. He put it in there, whatever. I don't think that really matters, but if we're playing by the rules, he should not have. Good notes on it is it doesn't look overly swollen or red, especially for it being in this area. That's pretty good. It looks like it's to be this little bendy area, maybe. Yeah, I think it is. And that area tends to, 1, bleed a lot, 2, swell, and turn really red depending on the skin tone of the person getting it. But it looks like it didn't do any of those things too horribly, so that's a plus on this guy's part. But yeah, so what do you guys think about that? That was kind of one of the very few American traditional tattoos that weren't the best that I have seen in the last week or so. So still running with the theme with something different besides just black and gray. Here is a color tattoo. This one is kind of more on the neo-traditional side of styles, but let's go ahead and look at it and then we'll talk about it. I forgot that the person taking the video didn't do a great job taking the video itself. So we don't even really get to see the entire tattoo, do we? No, not really. We're looking more at whoever's crotch this is than anything. I think somebody was distracted taking this video. But from what we can see, and based off of my elite anime knowledge, this looks like a fox. Probably I see about 5 tails, but it's probably supposed to be a 9 tails fox because we know that's the best kind of animal to be. And then we have some purple flowers. I do not know what flower that is specifically. I would say based off of the shape, hibiscus flower, but I don't think a Hawaiian hibiscus flower matches well with a Asian mythical type thing, fox thingy thing. So if you know what kind of flower this is or is supposed to be, let me know. But from what we see, the reason why I say this is more in the realm of a neo-traditional tattoo is because neo-traditional tattoos generally has more of a color palette, and then when it comes to the line work, it is a mixture between thick and thin lines. Blood lines, which are lines made with little to no pigmented ink, so like water or very, very, very diluted black and gray, just so you can kind of get the structure of where the line is supposed to be, but there's not an actual line there. And then it has more kind of like realistic shading to it. So if you were tattooing a neo-traditional face, it will have like the shadows from where the ears, the eyes, and all that good stuff will be, and it would fade into the lighter colors and stuff like that. Traditional wouldn't have that. It would just have it wouldn't have skin tone colors in general, but it would just have just like a black shading from like here outwards, not super detailed to show you like exact shapes of faces and, you know, highs and lows of the face. So where this one is lacking to become neo-traditional is the line weight. Every line in here is the same thickness. If he were to make the tails that are on top of other tails have thicker lines, or anything that is above something else would generally have thicker lines, and then anything below would have thinner lines. It shouldn't be so flat. It would have more dimension when it comes to colors. So for the tail, for example, anything under would be a darker shade of orange, which would be browns, and then it would fade outwards towards the lighter colors, so on and so forth. The flowers, it does have purple on the inside and then pink on the outside. Yeah, maybe, but it would have more than that. So it would start like at the very center, it would be black, and then it would fade out to like a very dark purple, and then a lighter purple, then a lighter purple, and then maybe pink here and there for highlights. Now that I zoom in, it shows that there are leaves here, but they're not colored in at all. And then whatever this blue thing is, I have no idea what that blue thing is supposed to be. Yeah, no, I can't even give you an educated guess. But it also says at the top, second cover up, and you can kind of see where there is little bits here and there peeking through a little bit, like here in the flower, and just little pieces like that. Yeah, I think my biggest gripe is the fact that they didn't take an actual video of the tattoo itself. They focused on this area of the chair for some reason. But there you go. So as you guys have probably picked up by now, we talk a lot about cover-ups. We have yet to talk about scars and how to cover up scars. I haven't done very many scar cover-ups, but seeing as getting BBLs is a new pandemic nowadays, I see that I will be doing more of those in the future. And of course, talking about surgery scars in general, let's review this one. So this one's a long video. Whoever's recording is doing a lot of talking. Don't know what they're saying, so I don't know if it pertains to the tattoo itself, but I'm not gonna subject you through this whole video. I'm just gonna get right into talking about it. I don't understand why people are so thirsty nowadays and can't put aside the sexual aspect of things in order to see the reality of things. Because this video has 7,000 likes, 174 comments, almost 3,900 shares. The shares could be anything. It could be because, hey, look how bad this tattoo is. It could be someone doing something like me where I send it to myself so I can save it for later. But liking this video, I will put my bottom dollar on the fact that at least half of those likes are only because the video is showing a woman's body, fairly naked woman's body. Yeah, it might look a little nice, but the point of the video is the tattoos over the scars. And we don't get, obviously we're not gonna get to see all of the top of her, but we can see up top here, she obviously got like a breast lift. So at the top here, where it goes from her areola straight down, where they kind of move the nipple up to perform the lift, there's a scar there, and then obviously the scar under. It doesn't look like she's completely healed. The scar itself looks very new, kinda, maybe. I don't know if that's because it's swollen because of the tattoo or if it is because of the scars are new itself. But for the few times that I have covered up scars, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It's kind of just what I do based off of the little bit of knowledge that I have. I prefer for my client to wait at least a year after getting whatever they got in order to get these scars, so that the scar tissue can be as healed as possible. Of course, even when it comes to just covering up regular tattoos, the longer you wait, the better or easier it is to cover. But I feel like for scars, especially something like this where they're taking out all the skin, the longer you wait, the better. At least a year, it should be fine. But with that being said, this tattoo did nothing for the cover up. If anything, it only will bring more attention to the scarring. Something like this, it has to be more substantial. Meaning if you're going to do these Vine type deals, the vine itself should be at least on the outer edges of the scar. So just the vine part will be doing the cover up, and then the leaf part will just accentuate it to make it look a little bit more fancy. But whoever did this tattoo only did a very, very thin line across this entire scarred area. These little dangly bits, I forget what they're like, the chandelier type stuff. It's not adding anything to it, but as you see that middle diamond part, they just could not get that shit right. That one thing alone was done minimum 10 times. Just, oh fuck. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh fuck. And then the dots leading up to them, none of them are consistent shape. She just went zoom, got you, zoom, got you, zoom, got you. Didn't take her time at all doing this tattoo. The colored in leaves, obviously they're supposed to be green, but it's just thrown in there real quick. There's no attention. There's no attention to detail to none of this, okay? None of this up top. Then we move down, which when I saved this video, I only seen this part. I didn't know that there was a bottom part to this. And this part is crazy looking. This looks just as bad as the thigh fake butt girl. wonder if the same person did it. I'm not going to go look at it. This is also covering up a scar, the little tummy tuck scar. We can see it's supposed to be like a tribal shape type deal going on. I just don't see the point in getting your body surgically augmented to make it look better, which if it does or doesn't is up to the eye of the beholder. But then to cover up your horrible scars, which scars are scars, stretch marks are stretch marks. Shit's gonna happen, okay? I don't think it's the end of the world. If anything, to me, depending on what it is, it adds character. But you're going to cover up a scar that you got trying to make your body look better with a tattoo like this. You're like 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. You're losing traction here. I think I would much rather just see the scar. I don't want to see this going on, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a heart in the middle. It kind of has a heart shape, but it has like that V shape to it. So V for Vendetta, I guess. Like tribal is supposed to be clean lines, sharp points, packed in straight black. Of course, you can add whatever color you want into it, but if we're going the regular way, the right way, it's supposed to be just black. And this tattoo has none of the qualities to make it a good tribal tattoo. Points are not pointed. They're all rounded over. Not one line is done smoothly. Every single thing in here has been touched probably 10 times over again, trying to get it where they want it to be. The packing of the color, there's not one solid part in this thing. And then it goes from black. There's a little bit of like a weird green in here. And there's obviously the red. I don't know. I'm lost. I don't know where we were trying to go. I think you're just going to have to get another tummy tuck and remove all of that tattoo. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry you got to go through it. We got to think. We all we have to do to make society a better place is just take a minute to think before we do things. And that goes across all aspects of life. Take a minute, pause, take a breath, think, and then go from there. And if you can do that and still end down the wrong road, let's talk about this next tattoo. What in the fuck was that sequence of events? First, what the fuck? If I'm correct, I don't think those are paper towels. If it is the McDonald's paper towels. I don't even know, because I think McDonald's paper towels still have more oomph to them than those. But those are some kind of fast food restaurant paper towel napkin type things. And then what's in the cup? What's in the cup?
What's in the fucking box?
There's nothing going right. there's nothing going right in this video. You go to pour it and you pretty much miss the whole tattoo. It's like only to the side of this dude's thigh. You go to wipe it, which I've never seen someone struggle so hard just to wipe a tattoo down. He's trying to get that last bit. Trying to get that last bit of paper towel is not coming. Okay, I want to see what it says. Am I slow?
If the boot fits. Okay, cowboy.
Mistakes, live, live, learn. Mistakes, live, learn. Learn, live, mistakes. Learn, live, mistakes. Mistakes were made. I would hope you are living. And you should learn to not get tattooed by this man ever again in your life. Remember that thing I said where if you just take a minute to think, just a little bit, I think the outcome of daily life would be much grander than you think it could be. I highly doubt this tattoo was done with gloves, just based off of everything else we've seen in this video. I would assume he used that cup of whatever liquid it is to do this whole tattoo, maybe. I don't know why he has a towel under his leg. Maybe to stop the liquid from spilling everywhere. But why on your leg like that? Like, people like this, you know the kid getting this tattoo is 17 at oldest. He has that hand tattoo, which was done first. So yeah, definitely is sneaking out to get these tattoos. He got the one on his hand done because he must have thought that his parents can't tell him shit because he's 17 and he finally got his first car that his parents bought for him. But then when he went home with it, his mom and or dad cussed his ass smooth out and took away his phone for a week, took away his car keys for the weekend because he has to take himself back and forth to school because his parents work a full-time job and they don't want to deal with him. Now he's learned from that mistake getting the tattoo in a visible area. So he wanted to get this tattoo so bad he had to get it somewhere where he could hide it. You know, he always wearing shorts at the very least. So he got it on his thigh. It is what it is. I mean, if you're gonna get a tattoo on your thigh, get a tattoo on your thigh. But my recommendation for everybody is, okay, another bias. I'm not a fan of small little dainty tattoos. I feel like if you're going to get a tattoo, you should be getting something you want. And if you want it, you should get it as big as you can, right? So with that logic, I feel like any tattoo you get should fill or be a good size comparatively to the body part you're getting it on. And then another reason why I say get it as big as you can and stuff like that is because across the board, tattoos are addicting. Once you get one, you want another. Once you get a body part, you usually want to fill that body part. So when you get a large body part tattooed, but you put something small on it, you're gonna want to fill it later. So then you have to find a tattoo artist or just whoever in general is going to have to work more or harder or place something random next to that old small tattoo because now you want it to be a full sleeve or a quarter sleeve or a thigh piece or whatever it may be. What I'm saying is you're not doing yourself any favors. You're only making it harder on yourself and your tattoo artist when you could have just got it done bigger the first time and it would have filled that area the first time and you don't have to add anything to it to make it look bigger than what it really is. Obviously, I say that because this guy has, I mean, he's pretty skinny, he's a small dude, but the tattoos are relatively small, very, very thin, but very spaced out. So it looks like it's taking up more room than what it actually is. So I feel like if you're going to do this, bro, you might as well went out and made it like a real big, juicy, meaty piece. You know what I mean? That way, when you do show it off, it looks cool. But no, now you look like a sign in any random old white lady's bathroom. And for that, my judgment is I banish you to the shadow realm. But that is the end of this video, you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming. I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing because I know you did. And if you didn't, that's fine too. I won't hold any hard feelings towards you. Just know your next tattoo will get infected. I don't make the rules. I'm just passing them along so you know when you get that, you understand why. And then you got to come back, do all those things like come and subscribe this video, all of my videos. It'll take away the infection for you. A little bit of black magic on you. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys with I love you guys more than this guy loves making mistakes. Thank you. Bye.